I clicked on it. Let's try it.
The term military analyst is not a legally protected term. It's not like doctor. It's more like economist. Any asshole can start calling themselves one and fart out a vaguely plausible opinion on the current situation.
In my day, back in the day, when you clicked on something, it worked. It was a joyous times in the 80s and 90s when things worked. So several of you had sent this to me, and I saw it. I saw it through the grapevine. And let's just read the article. And just so you know, a lot of this is like, OMG. You look at the websites, it's like, oh, drama. Oh, clickbait. But there's an element of truth to this. Conservative women's swimsuit calendar angers Christians demonic. I didn't know what the title of it, but I really did want to point out that, man, you Christian men, the biggest group that is beset, the most beset group is Christian men. Your women, and it's not your women. There are no, God Almighty, there are so few actual Christian women, so very few, that the majority of the women that are in your church, I'm not calling them Christians because they're not. They are just there for the forgiveness of some horrific shit they did, and usually to their children in the past, like divorce and destroyed homes. They're just like hitting the reset button, reinstall my hymen down there. They do not have any intention of following Christ, let alone putting you at the head of the household. And I thought it was more like a shtick, not a shtick, or it was an obscure, radical group of people back in the 80s. A lot of you weren't around then, but there was the religious right, or the Christian conservative right, and they thought the devil was in everything, the rock music and the Dungeons and the Dragons and Lord of the Rings, and the devil was just, oh, we're all going to burn in hell. And being in the church when I was a kid, having no choice in it, man, there's just a bunch of miserable people. That's all it was. Just a bunch of miserable people. And I guess now, looking at it with older eyes and looking back, yeah, the women were kind of ball busting, pains in the ass harpies. And the husband's like, oh, good Christian men, good Christian men. Let's have more Christian babies. Oh, sing the praise to God, our God. What do you mean she's having sex with someone else? He's Catholic. Oh my goodness. Wow. Martha, why? I just have a thing for the Pope. They were just miserable people. And that's what it was. Harpies. These Christian women did not, and I doubt who were they Christian or not in the 70s or 80s. I don't know, but they're just miserable women who didn't want to have any fun and hated sex. Let's just get right down. They did not like sex. And so it seems that this element is still here. Yes, I know 320 million people. You're going to see some crazy idiots are going to say something on the internet, but this is a little bit more than you had to go with a fine-tooth comb and go find people getting upset about this, getting their the panties in a bundle. Here it is, innocent little fun. Make sure we're recording. Okay, because the internet doesn't work. A limited edition pinup calendar has infuriated some conservatives and led to a debate about whether images of women in swimsuits go against conservative value. There is no debate. It does not go against conservative values. Female beauty is not optional. It is mandatory for any society to advance and progress or sustain itself, and you're finding that out now. And yes, the majority of people are going to be complaining there's going to be Christian women. Jesus, do you want future baby? Where do you think people come from? Really, the only reason for sex is to make more babies to these, if that at all. Here it is, simple. Conservative Dads, ultra-right beer released its Real Women of America 2024 calendar earlier this month in celebration of conservative women who are fighting woke extremes to preserve real women. There you go. What is it, PG-13? I highly doubt there's like anything too risque in this. It features several well-known conservatives such as swimmer Riley Gaines, radio host Dana Loesch, former House candidate Kim Classic, and author Ashley St. Clair, among others. But these gals are these are the cool gals. These are the gals like, yeah, let's have a little fun. Let's show a little skin. But the beer calendar has been heavily criticized by conservatives, some of whom called the calendar demonic for sexualizing women, including some who are married and lacking images of women with children, as well for being marketed to conservative dads. Oh no, not conservative. Do you see, guys? I don't care if there's an R in front of their name. Rolla was right on this one. The sisterhood uber alles. I don't care if they're conservatives. I don't care if they say they're Republicans or libertarians or whatever. They will gladly, on average, they will gladly, oh, but it benefits women at the expense of men? Well, then fuck conservative principles or libertarian or free market or whatever else. The sisterhood uber alles. How dare you market to conservative? We can market to a bunch of woke, crazy freaks, purple-haired morons, but we can't market to conservative dad, let alone men. And more evidence may I point out, women just don't like you guys. I'm not making it up. It isn't my edgy take. It wasn't my original take anyway. It was Thinking Ape who brought it up. Like, yeah, he's right. They don't like you that much. And I would say, how dare you, advertise, placate, tailor something to men? How dare you consider men's wishes? That, I think, is hate. How dare what? A guy likes a nice set of tits? Fuck off. Fuck right off, Nazi. Fuck off. A conservative beer calendar sexualizing women in our movement and marketing it towards married conservative men is demonic, Christian activist Morgan Ariel said on a post on Twitter. Who wants to be married to that? Oh my God. I don't know if she's married. Could you imagine being married to Morgan Ariel? Wow. Oh, man. Ariel continued, question for women. When are you going to desire to be loved, cherished, and valued by a man as opposed to being sexualized and objectified by them? Lady, just fuck right off. Unfortunately, whether you like it or not, women are sexual objects, just as men are sexual objects. We are things. We are objects. It's not all the time. And some people might take joy and enjoy being objectified. I'm sorry you picked the wrong guy there, Ariel, if you chose a guy at all. I'm sorry you hate your husband so much. Like, ew, sex with you? Grody. Your integrity should be worth more than a check received for a photo shoot that devalues you. God, they just don't want you to have sex. They just don't want you to enjoy them at all. They don't want to. I'm not saying like slave, but they don't want to serve to please you at all. He's a Christian conservative. Conservative Christian rapper. There's your problem. Look, Christian rock was bad enough. Christian rap. Conservative Christian rapper Bryson Gray, who also called the calendar demonic, called the images pseudo-soft porn, and accused conservative dads, ultra-right beer of using Christian imagery to get men to lust after the feature. Yeah, damn right we're going to lust. Lust is fine. Lust is great. It's the only reason you got electricity in this damn world is because of lust. And there's some people that sent me, I'm tagging on a bunch of Twitter stuff like, oh my God, look at what this woman says. It's like, oh, Jesus. Oh my God, this is horrible. Like, how is this horrible? How? Really? We can't just have a little bit of fun? No, you can't. No, you can't. I know this is a drama show here, this particular thing unfolding before us. And I know they've picked the saucy bits out. But it's a little bit more than obscure. There's some more notable people like, oh my God, I can't believe women are being sexualized. You're like, what, really? Like, this is almost like, oh my God, there's cheerleaders. Yeah. This is making the relative conservative groups, right, or libertarian, whatever, not leftists. Leftists are having field day laughing their ass off. You think this is going to demoralize men a little bit more, maybe, huh? We need men to man up, but no touchy our boobies. Fuck off. Just fuck right. And it, usually it's like, well, if I saw a conservative bumper sticker on a girl's car, she was stranded by the side of the road, fine, I'll pick her up. Now it's like, no. We're not doing, no. I just don't see the value in marketing what's basically in some photo soft porn to married or unmarried men. How about just some moralization? Just how about some fun? Dude, the Democrats back in the day were right about you Christian conservative types. You're a bunch of fucking sticks in the mud. You're just and now, of course, all those Democrats are long gone. Those Democrats are kind of the fun Democrats who might have had sex, maybe actually worked a real trades job. They might have acted the Labor Party. Now, I mean, those they're gone. Now it's all like, I mean, both of you can just hate on pretty women all you want. Conservative commentator Allie Beth Stuckey wrote on X, of course, these women are gorgeous. And of course, I'm all for celebrating true femininity and age that can't define a woman. In my view, this doesn't accomplish that at all. Others took issue with the fact that the calendar didn't include images of mothers that showed women with their children, which they said would be more reflective of what conservative women look like. God, there is all you have to do is not be fat, not have some other guy's kid. And then if you just happen to be, I'm not saying a card carrying Republican, but yeah, I vote Republican. Just like it's not your identity. Yeah, I know. I like having sex. Yeah, pick your men, whichever one you want. Choose. You can go shopping. Real conservative women would be too busy taking care of their homes and families to pose for a calendar. One Christian user wrote on X. A bunch of ads. The conservative calendar doesn't feature any pregnant women or photo. All right, that's just a troll because they aren't really real women or just conservative values, just sex appeal featuring married women marketing to dads. We all know it. Enough gaslighting. Just a reminder that posing for a pinup calendar is not conservative and never will be. Seth West, CEO, has dubbed his reaction. Oh, he's probably loving the advertisement and defended the pinup pictures on social media. Said it was great news that people were outraged by the calendar because it would continue to help sales, of which 10% is being donated to the Riley Gaines Center and its advocacy work against trans athletes in women's sports. Do it. Yeah. Good. I mean, go search it. Conservative dad calendar, beer dad, ultra beer dad calendar, whatever. I hope it makes $1 billion. But just for you guys out there, you Christian boys, this is the intended. Look, guys, you really got to assess whether they're Christian girls or not, or whether they're just abusing the church. And for the rest of you, you got to realize that generally, no, women, look how much fight there. Look at this. Look at how simple and innocent. This is a swimsuit calendar. And even the conservative women are like, oh, hang on a second. They don't like you that much. Could you imagine being married to one of these gals? Sex is only for having children. Real conservative women are staying at home, taking care of their husbands and their children. Well, yes, that's true. But what, you can't remain sexy for your husband? You can't be pretty? Oh, man, they fear that treadmill. They fear the treadmill and a diet more than they do hell itself. And just so you guys know, just because, I go to church, I'm a conservative, that ain't going to get you the pussy. All right. Dre, $2. What happened to the silver dollar bikini? I actually did make profit off of it, but it took too long to assemble them. And then the demand was nowhere near what I thought. Well, also constructive criticism on the men's conservative side of things. All these alpha men, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my wife. I'm telling I'm the head of household. Women's gonna wear that, and then I can diverse. No, it was. I will tip my hat. You know who bought it the most? Muslim dudes, because they're actually in charge of their women. And maybe they wanted to diversify into silver and precious metals. It was mostly Muslim dudes, or I guess I can't tell if they were Muslim, but they had Middle Eastern names, Arabic names. I'm like, there you go. All right. But no, although I thought, yeah, all these conservative guys are going to get their wives, and the wives are going to be like all fun because I thought this was back when I was wrong and naive about women on another level, where I thought, oh yeah, conservative women like sex, libertarian women like sex. They want to be pretty. They love their husband. No, they don't. Dre again, $2. Thinking Ape is like a black pill, Ryan Stone. Thinking Ape is an outstanding channel or outstanding man because he takes the time to choose his words incredibly precisely so he conveys exactly what he is thinking. There's no ambiguity, and his points are very clear and understandable. And that's why I disagree with him on several things, but it's a minority of which. But the one thing that makes his channel stand out from others is how precisely, if everybody did that with their channel, well, your videos would be shortened to 15 minutes or so. Conversations would be accelerated and advanced much more quickly because there is no confusion and ambiguity of what is being stated. White phosphor, $2. Fellow preacher's kid dated many chicks. Christians are the worst. Yep. I will take secular women over Christian women on average. If you say you get your choice, Christian or secular, I'll take any other religion than Christian. If you know she's Muslim, okay. I know there's some rules. She's Jewish. All right, fine. I know what I'm getting. Secular, the Wiccan girls were a fun bunch. I guess you know what you're getting there, dude. Never commit to a Wiccan. Do not date long-term a Wiccan girl. Have your fun. Have your hot, greasy monkey sex. Deal with the cray-cray, but do not don't show them where you live. Don't show them where you live. All right, that's it. Link below, A World Without Men. You please go read the book just so you see please understand women and what you're dealing with. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.